So, things might have been odd, but I didn't know. The closest thing we had is the Church of Ramtha, which, if you've heard of Scientology, it's that, but way weirder and way more concerning. And it was just this.
Explain.
So, so do you know the basics of Scientology?
Kind of.
Okay.
Not really.
So if I remember correctly, what it is that there was this woman. And by the way, this is near where I lived. Like, I drove past this on the regular to get into town. So there's this woman from my state, Washington. And she one day says, "Yo, so hear me out. My name is Jay-Z Knight, and I've been, I'm channeling the spirit of this 3,000... No, sorry. How many years is it? I don't know. It's like a really old spirit, and she's like, look, I'm channeling the spirit. Which, first of all, if anyone comes up to you and says, hey, I'm channeling a spirit, leave. Just leave.
Yeah, just... No, thank you.
Whatever they want after that, it's not good. And I'm not saying that on a spiritual level or anything. That's just not a statement you want to interact with. You will rarely find someone who's going to say something
Talk
normal.
about first impressions, like, hey, my name is Joe. Hey, my name is, whatever the name of the spirit is that I'm channeling. And they're like,
Yeah. Right. Oh, so
That's how you introduce
35,000-year-old conqueror warrior from the lost continent of Lumeria, which only vaguely sounds like a fantasy story. Because it is. That makes no
Vaguely?
sense.
35,000 years.
From a lost continent. Lost continents.
Not just a country.
Yeah.
Just a country, but a whole stinking continent.
And imagine just losing a continent. Like,
Yeah,
just losing it. Like, don't know where it went, guys. Sorry.
That's why the world is 70% water.
Exactly. There used to be a lot more land.
50-50. It used to be 50-50, but now it just poofed.
Yeah, but then we lost it. We don't know where it went. It's just water now.
Yeah.
So basically, if I remember correctly, the site isn't really telling me, but if I remember correctly, first of all, it was a scam. You had to turn over like all of your property to her. As I don't think it was as soon as you joined, but as you got up, the entire idea was like, well, you should focus on your academics or religious study, spiritual. I don't really understand it. So I'll use your property. Give your property to me and I'll handle it. Once again, concerning statement. If anyone says that, leave. 'Cause
Yeah.
Not good.
Sus, not gonna lie.
So the way I understand it, and I could be completely off here, but if I remember correctly, it was this entire idea of like there's aliens and they're trying to read your mind.
What? Hey, where have I heard that before?
Yeah. So
Totally original idea.
yeah. So also you could do things to like help enlighten yourself. Like drinking wine or smoking tobacco, which is very enlightening. It's like,
Yeah.
you want to see new colors? I can help you in that education. Try acid. Like, yeah. But that's not really an education.
This just sounds like hedonism.
Yeah. And like, this was the weird thing, because you could actually see this around my town, is you would put these like specific rocks in your front yard in like this very particular shape. It was weird, and you see it all over the place. And as well as you could see like tin-lined roofs, because, mind readers can't get through tin. Which I still don't understand to this day.
Wait. What? Oh, so it's like Superman not being able to see through lead.
Yeah, It's like that. It's like, does it make sense? Not at all. But
What in the world? Oh,
yeah.
man.
So it was weird. It wasn't really like folklore. It was mostly just a new age religion that most people understood was pretty weird and kind of like strange. But a lot of people
I
in
want
the
to know
area,
who that one sucker is who actually bought into that.
yeah, like they had a whole.
Do they have a
cop
name
out.
on this woman? Do they know who she is?
Yeah, Jay-Z Knight.
Jay-Z Knight.
Yeah.
Is that her actual name, or is that what she called herself as part of this spirit channeling?
I believe that's her legal name. And I love the Wikipedia entry for this because it's just the most sus thing ever. Judy Zebra, Jay-Z Knight, is an American spiritual teacher and author known for her purported channeling of a spiritual entity named Ramtha. Like, yeah, that's normal.
Wait, is this Jay-Z Knight with a K?
Yes.
This broad is 75?
Yeah, this happened like a while ago. Like
Oh, her birthday was 3 days ago. Nice.
huh. I don't I don't
Ramtha.
care.
Ramtha. What?
Yeah, it was a weird story.
So basically she's channeling the spirit of the god. Because it's not just God, of course, but there's like no specific god, it's just the god.
Yeah.
Ramtha.
It's kind of weird because she was also heavily
The
critical.
four cornerstones of Knight's philosophy are
The statement, "You are God." I like how they phrase that. Not the fact. The statement. Just the words.
you are God. That's all.
You are God.
The directive to make known the unknown. Yes, that's a directive. That's an order, sir.
That's an order.
This is your general speaking. This is an order. You have to make the unknown known.
Number 3,
The concept that consciousness and energy.
create the nature of reality.
Sorry, the lag is a little bad right now.
That's okay. Yeah, and then 4, the challenge to conquer yourself. Which I thought you were God.
Whatever that means.
Yeah. I like how that comes after it, too. Like, if it came before, it'd be like, oh, okay, you have to, like, conquer your human nature. No. You have to conquer your godly nature. Once again, weird. I also love how she was highly critical of Christianity, calling it backward. And then was like, yo, I met this guy who is 35,000 years old. I think his teachings are very progressive.
This is the kind of people that it's like, I want to know what's going on in their heads, but at the same time, I really don't want to know what their headspace is like.
Yeah, or other concerning things, like, quote, murder isn't really wrong or evil if one believes in reincarnation. Like,
What?
no. Like, I don't think that's true anywhere. I don't think people who believe in reincarnation necessarily believe that.
Oh my gosh.
It was just, it was weird. Oh, wait, here we go. Yeah, the lizard people. Right.
Ramtha had declared HIV is nature's way of getting rid of homosexuality. Oh no.
I will say, I find these people funny because they just say the most unhinged stuff. And I find it hilarious. Like, it's objectively terrible. And they scam people out of their money. But it's just hilarious how unhinged they are.
Yeah, on a serious note, this stuff is like pretty evil, but at the same time, I just can't help but laugh at this all.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just too stupid to take this seriously.
Right, and this is like weird because it doesn't really hit you. Because once again, I drove past the place where this was happening really regularly. And I never thought about it.
Dang.
And it's really weird that like stuff like this just exists out in the public. And just kind of there.
This
Like, it's
happened
weird.
in the. This happened. They said she says that Ramtha first appeared to her in the kitchen in 1977. So this is like this ages ago.
Yeah, it is.
And she's still stinking alive. She's homophobic, anti-Catholic, anti-Semitic, and racist. Oh
Yeah.
wow, she's the whole 9 yards, huh? She just anti everything.
Yeah, she's just anti.
She is anti. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of like scandals and stuff that happen, but that stuff's actually kind of saddening, so I don't like to pay attention to that because I just
Yeah,
I
like
just
this
find it
bottom
funny to
paragraph.
be like, yo, Christianity is backwards. Let's listen to this guy from 35,000 years ago.
Who I don't even like. Who most people don't even know of because 35,000 years ago.
Yeah, right. You also just have to take my word that this is happening. So,
Yeah, sure, mate. Whatever you say.
yeah.
I wish there was more interesting stories like that in Cali or even around my city. And maybe there are, and I just haven't like paid attention to it or nothing. But I know of more ghost stories than I do this kind of.